Good morning everyone and happy Vlogmas. I am going to be making a wreath today. My mum is coming over in a minute and my sister is here as well. And we're going to be going to forage some bits from outside to make some wreaths. I've actually done this in my family for a few years, and before that we would always go out foraging for Christmas tree sort of sprigs, so essentially like conifers, because my parents used to have conifers in their garden, and we'd go hunting for lots of holly and then bring it back and cover the house in it. So this time we're going to be making them into wreaths, and I thought I would film and show you how we do it. It's really simple. All you need to do is go out and forage. You don't have to use holly or even conifers or Christmas trees. You can use any winter foliage that you have near where you live, and that will be seasonal and fitting for whereabouts in the world you are, which I think is kind of nice, and then you can make it look Christmassy in your own way. My mum has loads of things at her house that she collects over time. So things like ribbons and dried oranges and glitter and loads of cool stuff. So I'm quite lucky. She's going to bring that over in a second. So we'll have lots of extra things to decorate with. I do have this beautiful dried bouquet of flowers which has some thistles in it, so I'm thinking of plucking those out and using those in the wreath. And also I want to try and see if I can see any feathers on the ground, because there's so many pheasants around here. If I see any pheasant feathers, I'll pick them up and just, yeah, go have a look. So I think me and my sister are going to head out now and go and look and see what we can grab. And we're going to make some wreaths so I can put it on the front door, ready for Christmas. It's very fun at this time of year to do this kind of thing. I also love making my own Christmas cards. I love making Christmas decorations. We did make some Christmas decorations out of dried oranges a few years ago in our old house, but we put them in the attic in a I don't know, I think that maybe the container I put them in wasn't airtight enough and they went mouldy. So I'm going to make them again this year and hope that they don't go mouldy. I think that I need to package them or store them away better. But yeah, I'm so excited it's Vlogmas, and there's loads of fun Christmas content that I'm really looking forward to filming. But let's go outside and go forage and hunt for some bits of foliage. And you can probably hear Roxy this entire time having a good old nibble on a treat I just gave her. I'm really like red-cheeked and nosed, I think because I just had a cup of tea. So it's made me really warm, and our office has like the heating on in there and it's really cozy. So I'm feeling a bit toasty. Going outside hopefully should cool me down a little bit. And yesterday, actually, look at how cute this is. You probably will have seen this video already, depending on how the order of these videos goes up. You'll either have seen this, and I'll link it above, or it's coming. We made some homemade like Christmas gifts, like food gifts. These are some vegan chocolate biscotti with mixed spice and orange and almonds. And look how cute, putting them in this jar with a little holly. Just such a lovely gift. And we also made some apple cranberry chutney, which is so delicious. And I think I'm going to probably gift this to a neighbour or a friend or something. I've got a few more jars and I'm going to try and decorate them all the same like this so I can give them away as gifts. So yeah, go check that video out if it's up, or if it's not, look forward to it. So we're looking for holly, maybe a conifer tree, any sort of berries, and also you need like moss to layer up the wreath before you add all the decorations. So like kind of thick mossy greenery to begin the wreath. So we're gonna walk down all the little country roads and see what we can find. We're all done foraging. We've got loads of stuff. I don't know what half the stuff is. We've got loads of these like berries though that came on the ivy, which is nice. I've got some moss, so you want to get moss for the sort of base of the wreath. And then one of our plants outside had all these little dried berries, which is perfect. And I don't think we went further than like, I don't know, 100 yards of our house. So we're very lucky where we are. It's really rural. If you don't live rurally, you can always like drive to a park or somewhere near you and go have a look and see what they have. My mum has brought the goods. She's got all this ribbon that she's collected, so we can finish our wreath off with some lovely ribbon. And then all these goodies in here. Look at that ribbon, like nice little velvet ribbon. And all this. And then the base of the wreath you make around these metal hoop things. And then we've got dried roses, dried oranges, string, coriander, I don't think that's for the wreaths. And then all the little dried pine cones. Wow, this is pretty cool. We've got loads. We've got the goods, and we've got this for the non-alcoholic drinker, and some lovely mulled wine. Yay! We've just separated it all out, as you can see. Berries, conifer, ivy, evergreen, holly. So loads to choose from. The first step is to get the moss and put it onto the what's this called?
Ring.
The wire ring. And then you use more wire once the moss is on to wrap and loop it round. And then you've got your base to the wreath. I've been informed that you don't need moss. You can use other things or just start without. You don't need to put moss as a base, but it gives it something to cling to.
Wait, it's a nice background.
Nice background. Now we have our wreath backgrounds. We're gonna get all the different like evergreen and holly and sprigs, and you make bunches and it makes it easier. So you just basically make a bunch and then you attach that and it makes it all symmetrical and lovely. So I'm gonna gather the foliage that I want and make my first bunch and decide on the style of wreath I wanna do. And then at the end, we'll add all the sort of extra little decorations. Show me this. So this is one that my mum made earlier. By earlier, I mean now. So this is just all the various different bits cut into small pieces. So I've got all the sort of things that I like cut into small pieces, and then you make it into a little bunch, and then you wrap the wire around the bottom. And then if you make a few of those, you can then place them all around the wreath and then fill in any gaps with anything or berries, that kind of stuff. So I'm gonna work on my first little bunch. So a good little tip is when you're wrapping the wire to leave two little bits here hanging up, so that when you attach it to the wreath, you don't have to use more wire. You can just use that wire to wrap that around the base of the wreath. But there's my first little sprig. So now I've got some of these made up. As you can see, you have to attach them to the wreath. So I've attached that one with the wire that was on there already, and then I'm going to wrap some extra wire on it, and then basically just make your way around the wreath, attaching each little bunch, and you pop it where it's going to cover the wire from the one above, and then eventually you'll have a nice circle of little bunches. I've now finished my wreath, and these guys have as well. Right, yeah. And the next step is to hold it up and find the position you like it to hang in, and attach some wire with a hook so that you know where you can hang it. So I've got to decide when holding it up which way I like it, and then I'll attach a hook. Ready. So now I've got my loop there ready for hanging, so we're going to do a bit of clearing up, and then we'll get all the decorations on. We have now got all our goodies out on the table. We're going to be using a glue gun and the wire to attach everything. So we've got these kind of dried berries that Reggie is sniffling, and these lovely berries from all of the ivy. We've got dried oranges, we've got dried roses, so that we can just attach them like Charlie's just attaching them with the wire, which looks lovely. And you can make these dried oranges yourself. You don't have to buy them. You can just cook sliced oranges in the oven to dehydrate them. We are all done with the Christmas wreath making, and I'm kind of exhausted, but the end result is pretty great and I'm really happy with it. What do you think? Do you like it?
Is that the only one you made?
Yeah.
You're doing it for hours now, it's really nice. Oh, that's fun.
So we've got all of the foraged leaves, we've got lots of holly. The only thing I don't like about it is it looks quite spiky. I wish that we had found some more like soft like eucalyptus, and now I've like looking at it, I'm like, if I did it in the future I'd use less holly. I'd probably only do holly every other one, because it makes it look a bit spiky. But we've got all the sort of the conifer tree, the holly leaves, these little dried berries. I'm not sure what these ones are, I forget. Maybe it's like a camellia. I don't think it is, but it's got these cute little kind of almost like little berry things. And then we stuck on some dried oranges, and these are just some cinnamon sticks. You can just buy these in the supermarket. I just had some in my cupboard. And then these berries are just so beautiful. They're like real berries from the holly tree. There was a whole section out there that had loads of them. So it looks lovely. And then we've just got a little bow at the bottom, and I'm going to put this on the door tomorrow. I'm not sure how to attach it because I'm not sure I want to put a nail in the door. It's our first little Christmas wreath. Which I'm very, very pleased with. I think I might actually just pop it. I don't know if is there a nail in this door? I don't think there is. But look how Christmassy. I'm gonna make some dinner now. Thankfully, we have leftovers. I nearly had this at lunchtime, and then I was like, no, I will be so grateful later if I haven't eaten this for lunch. So we've got dal, which Alex made yesterday, which has potatoes in it as well, which is great. So I'm going to heat this up and have some dinner and then sign off for the evening. How was your afternoon, Alex?
fine. I was working while you were
Excuse me.
messing around with flowers.
This is
and
work.
wreath.
If you didn't realise, this pays the bills too. This is the first round.
Now I have to clear up all your mess.
Filming, editing. Yeah, it took a while to clean up, but it's satisfying when you do it straight away. I've learned that in adult life. Like, I used to be so bad with cleaning things up, and now I realise when you don't do it straight away, you regret it. So we've just cleaned everything away. And I highly recommend doing that with friends and family at Christmas because it's so fun, and we're going to make this a tradition every year. I just find it really fun. I know I said I was tired. It's usually a little bit more fun because I'm not filming usually. Not that filming's not fun, but you know what I mean. I have to concentrate is what I mean. What are you pointing at?
Have you seen this?
Could you close the fridge for me? I forgot. It's one of my worst habits. I always forget mid doing something what I'm doing.
What does this mean?
I don't know. You've interrupted me to point out my dog.
She's hungry.
My dog is just sitting on the floor.
When she sits
You
next to the oven,
interrupted.
she's waiting for food to fall on the floor so she can eat it.
Has she had her dinner?
I was about to do it after I finished this.
No, she had dinner. Look at Harry. So went up. Would you like some dinner? You can have some dinner. Anyway, I was forgetting what I was saying.
Sorry. Tidying up. Annual tradition, family, doing the wreaths.
Nice summary. Yeah, I've learned that tidying up straight away is always a good idea, especially since our kitchen's now done. I feel like I just want it to stay lovely all the time. I've not spent this much time and effort making this kitchen lovely to see it messy ever. I don't want it to ever be messy for longer than like an hour. So we're all spick and span. Table's all cleared. I can take this upstairs. This is a nice delivery from Bye Bee Beauty. They sent me this Bright and Glow set, so I'm excited to try those. Yeah, and everything's looking relatively tidy. I've got to put those bits away. Those are some bits I kept from my mum so I can make some Christmas cards. And then that's our dinner, and that's some chutney from the other day. So a little bit of washing up, but looking pretty spick. What?
You can't just say spick.
I can. I really want to use some of the forage stuff we got to lay the table, because I kind of want the table to look like it's just laid for Christmas. Just like look like it's been decorated for Christmas all like from now.
Okay.
I don't know, I want to put some, I want to get a table runner, get some antique, I want to find some antique candlesticks from Facebook Marketplace, put some candlesticks and then put a few sort of like sprigs of plants and berries just in the middle of the table, just so it can be like that during Christmas time, because it will be very festive.